Hi guys, welcome back. It's Tracy with TR's Tarot Talk 1111. Listen, I have been working on the zodiacs, all 12 zodiacs with extendeds, and I'm only about, I don't know, 3 or 4 into it. And I've had a lot of stuff going on. My uncle just had a stroke. He's in the hospital. My dad's still not well. I'm supposed to go to North Carolina for a show this weekend, and I'm just a little overwhelmed. I promised you guys that I was going to get you your monthly zodiacs, and I am. I wanted to get them from the first of the month. It doesn't look like that's going to happen, so I'm going to finish them on Tuesday, Wednesday, so I'll have them up by mid-month. Oh my God. I'm so sorry, guys. My life is just so overwhelming right now. So what I'm doing today is I'm going to do an all signs reading. I'm going to do all 12 zodiacs right here, right now, for the beginning of April. And then the 15th of April, I will upload all of the longer videos and all of the extendeds over on Patreon. And I was really hoping to get caught up and start doing it on the first of the month. However, I just can't. As hard as I've been trying, I just can't. So this is the way we're going to handle it. I'm going to do today's all signs reading for the beginning of April, from April 1st through April 15th. And then when I return on Tuesday, I will be doing the rest of the longer versions with the extendeds, and you will have them by the middle of the month. Okay, also, when I get back from my trip, God willing and the creek don't rise, just say a prayer for my family, guys, that, nothing bad happens while I'm gone, because I have to be gone. Anyhow, when I get back, I'm going to do a live also. So keep, your notification bell on, and I'm just going to go ahead and get started. We're going to start with Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I'm going to get all your cards out. I'm allowing and trusting the universe to use the law of attraction to get you your cards. For Aries, please, Mother, Father, God. I'm going to have a mess here, guys, so hopefully let's do this so you can't see it all, but for Aries, please. All right. So you still can see a little bit of my mess, but listen, bear with me, guys. I'm telling you, it's been tough around here. All right, for Aries, we have the 7 of Pentacles. Long-term investment, hard work, possible delay, Saturn's gift, frustration, reward. Oh, with the King of Wands. We have exposed and revealed. Burdens, release the burdens you've been carrying them. Give them to your angels. Balance. All right. So what I'm seeing here is it looks to me like there's Aries. There's something going on here because you're showing up in your own reading where so it feels like you're going to see or hear about, or something's going to be exposed to you after a delay. And this is actually something that you've been wanting clarity on. Something you've been wanting help with. It says, release the burdens you've been carrying, give them to your angels in order to create balance. So what I see in April for you, and this is a general reading, I see that there's some kind of a project or a circumstance that you've been wanting to move forward with. But you needed to know something. You needed to, there, you know, because this Seven of Pentacles tells me you've invested in this. There's an investment here, right? But there's been a delay. And that delay has created this feeling of this burden. And Spirit's saying, you know, it's going to be, there. You're going to get the answer. Whatever you need to move this forward, you're going to get the answer here in April, the beginning of April. It will be shown to you either, you know, a lot of you guys are very gifted. So it could be through your psychic awareness. This could be through a dream. This could be through gossip, through watching social media. It could be in any area. It could be in your job, career, finances, you know, your family dynamic, your love relationship. And if this isn't your energy, if this is someone else, even though it's the King of Wands, you know, I think it's you. But if it's somebody else's energy, then there's been a long break, a pause, whereby they've been trying to figure something out or fix something. They needed clarity on something in order to move forward in a more balanced way. And this feels heavy too. Frustration, right? It says burdens, and on this card it says frustration. But I think something's going to come through that's going to balance this out for you or your person, if it's about a person, and move things forward. So let's get you some advice. We have, you will manifest what you need. See, exposed and revealed. And it's going to bring balance to it too. It says, express gratitude as if your plans have already come to pass. Trust that your angels are bringing you the assistance that you need. Again, give it to your angels, and the angels will help you to get clarity and balance something out so that it can move forward and manifest for you. Okay, let's see. Did you guys get all that? Okay, I think I got you. All right, let's put these back. We're going to move on now to Taurus. All right, for Taurus, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and all cross-watcher spirit for Taurus, please. Taurus. In the first 2 weeks of April for Taurus. Oh, I turned it over. Haha. All right, for Taurus. Okay, are we in view? Let me just look. It's so hard to see. Okay. Taurus, we have the Seven of Wands, protecting yourself, boundaries, defensive, territorial, hypersexual, angry. We have the Six of Swords. We have Divine Matrix. We have Heartbreak. Heal what hurt you, but don't forget what it taught you. We have Movement. So, I mean, this one's kind of easy, guys. So we have the Seven of Wands. You've been very protective of yourself because of some previous heartbreak. And the first couple weeks here in April, there's going to be movement into better times. You know, it's the Six of Swords is about leaving chaotic, tumultuous times and moving forward. And with the Divine Matrix, this is a reminder that the Matrix is, you know, validation for your internal experience. It's all about manifesting. So whatever your external experience is bringing to you, it's validating your own belief system. So there's some healing that needs to happen around a past. Now, this could be love, this could be finances, career, this could be, you know, anything. But when it's heartbreak, there's a lot of emotion involved in it. So I see here that you've had your heart broke. You've put up some boundaries. You're protecting yourself, territorial, maybe even a little angry. But Spirit's telling you that if you want to move forward, what you need to do is you need to heal and release, you know. Heal what hurt you, but don't forget what it taught you. It was in your experience for a purpose. And the opportunity to heal and move forward depends on whether or not you're willing to do the shadow work necessary to, because there's only two ways to pay debt back, right? A karmic debt is you owe me, pay up now, or I owe you and I pay up now, or there's God's grace, which is the forgiveness of the debt. And this feels to me like you've had some heartbreak and you've probably manifested validation of that heartbreak in other situations, other relationships, other people. And so now you're really got your guard up, and Spirit says, you know, it was there to teach you a lesson, and you will definitely get an opportunity to move forward. But don't forget to kind of do the inner work necessary to forgive this debt, this thing, this situation, this, you know, because it feels like you keep manifesting new mirrors, you know, new people, new situations, which keep bringing you back to this heartbreak. So your advice, Taurus, is welcome abundance into your life. Prosperity is on its way to you. Have faith that Source will heal your financial challenge. So, you know, if you're struggling financially, it's usually because internally you're struggling with some kind of self-worth or value issue, which comes from trauma of not feeling like you were good enough, feeling judged, feeling fear and anxiety around judgment. So it really looks to me like Spirit saying the opportunity will arise in the first 2 weeks of April for you to really kind of clear this out and allow, because you're closed off, allow the abundance to come in, know your worth, and this is what's going to help you move, because it says prosperity is on its way to you. Something's on its way in the divine matrix. You've manifested it. And in order to receive it, you have to let down your guard and heal the past. Okay? All right, let's see. I need an assistant to move this along quicker, huh? Wouldn't that be nice? All right, we are for Gemini. We are at 1325. 1325. Okay. All right, for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, Spirit, what do they need to know in the first 2 weeks of April? If I said February before, guys, it's because my brain's fried. No sleep. Too much stuff on my plate. And really wanting to put my best foot forward and not having the time or the sleep to do so. For Gemini. All right. Are we in shot? I really can't see because of the sun. Okay. For Gemini, we have the 5 of Wands. Challenges, obstacles, fights, petty arguments, drama, resistance, and jealousy. With the King of Swords. Endless possibilities, which is number 38, breaks down to an 11. Oh, we have destiny. Whatever you're looking for is looking for you too. It was destined to happen. Look at that. I drew that movement card again. Okay, so let's just take a look here. So it seems to me like, Gemini, you guys are coming up against a challenge that it's kind of got you a little fired up, is what it feels like. You're going to have to problem solve. And it seems to me like whatever it is you're trying to manifest, whatever it is you're trying to create, Spirit's trying to tell you that, you know, you are the King of Swords, right? You are the air sign. You are super creative, super cerebral. And so the possibilities are endless. But don't forget destiny, because destiny isn't really about creating. You know, there are two ways that we experience the matrix. One is through what we co-create and create as creator beings, and the other is our soul contracts, which is part of our destiny. It seems to me like whatever is on your heart and mind, whatever you're struggling with, it feels to me like you need to get in the damn boat, tuck in your arms and legs and see what happens, because you're not really in flow. See, this movement card with the destiny card, see, destiny is all about that wheel of fortune, tells me that what's meant for you will always find you. You don't have to go looking for it. You don't have to force it. You don't have to bang your head against any rocks, which with the Five of Wands, there's a lot of internal conflict. There could even be external conflict. But your biggest message for this month that I see is that you really need to trust in the divine plan, and allow yourself to be open to the endless possibilities that Spirit has already planned for you, that you've already planned with Spirit before you came here. I think you've got your mind set on a certain outcome, and I think that you're resisting the potential for a different outcome. Spirit's saying, you know, there's more than one way. I'm hearing there's more than one way to skin a cat. So whatever you've been up against, whoever you've been up against, I think there might be a different outcome than what you're trying to create. And so Spirit's saying that allow for destiny to kind of come into play, co-create with the universe. Don't be closed-minded or resistant to something showing up for you in a better way or a different way. Because in order to move forward towards your destiny, it feels to me like you need to be less resistant. And as always, if this is somebody else's, you know, because you can always, the energies can flip, and this could be somebody you're dealing with. But it feels to me like the universe is wanting to steer you forward into other possibilities. Instead of endless possibilities, I'm hearing other possibilities. And I think that you've been blocking this forward movement, or if this is someone in your life, they've been blocking it because it's like they're trying to force something to happen in the way that their mind has created it. But there are many, many possibilities to have whatever it is that's being asked for. And one of them, Spirit is saying, it's destiny. That whatever you're looking for is already on its way to you. It was destined to happen. And there will be movement in this the moment you start resisting and allowing. So let me get you your advice. We have, this is a blessing in disguise. Be patient and have faith that your angels have this situation under control. What will come is far better than you dared to dream. I'm telling you, I don't know why, because it's not really what the cards are saying, but it's what I'm hearing in my head is that, you know, you've got some kind of preconceived notion of an outcome. And Spirit's trying to tell you that there are other possibilities that will be far better than you dreamed it. So stop resisting, get in the damn boat and trust the universe, because your soul had a plan when it came here in this situation, whatever this situation is for you. All right? All right. Thank you. Moving on now to Cancer. I can't see. We've got 20, 30. All right, Cancer, let's see what we've got for you. Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and all cross watchers. April's energy through April 15th. For Cancer, what do they need to know, Spirit? For their highest and best. You got two of these, and that one jumped right out on top of it, so I guess I'll take it. Cancer. 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 All right. Let's see what we got, Cancer. I know that you're not all in view, or are you? Yeah, you are. Okay. So we have the King of Wands, leader, center stage, controlling, focused, possessive, magnetic, independent, and bold. I think of the King of Wands as a creator being, somebody who gets her done. Oh, and we have the Prince of Cups. We got two of these, a tall tale and tender embrace. Information, there's that tall tale. A message is coming that will bring clarity and lift you from the fog. And intuition. Okay. I see you, Cancer. You're one of the most psychic signs in the zodiac, right? So what it feels like to me, you could, because we have tender embrace here, this could very well be in romance, or at least loving relationships, you know. It could be family, could be children. But it feels more to me like this could be romantic in nature for you. But either you've been telling yourself a lie, because we've got Pinocchio here, a tall tale. And that lie could really be anything, okay? Whatever it is, okay? Because really, this is a general reading, and without clarifying the heck out of this, somebody's told you a lie, or you've told yourself a lie, because it looks to me like there is somebody here who's making a decisive action to come towards you as the Prince of Cups. I mean, this is a love gesture. This is the knight in shining armor, right? Because in this deck, the prince is knights and the princesses is the pages. So this is all about somebody taking decisive action, or all fired up, wanting to come forward with a romantic gesture, tender embrace. But there's been some deception in this situation. It almost feels to me like, because it says a message is coming that will bring clarity. See, this tall tale. I don't know if this is something you've been telling yourself, or if this person lied to you in the past, and now they're coming forward, you know, with a romantic gesture, a tender embrace. And I don't know if you're going to buy it. Spirit's advice for you is to trust your intuition. That whatever this message is, it will kind of lift the fog. Especially if you've been telling yourself that this person's gone forever, or this is never going to happen, I'm never going to meet anybody, I'm never going to date again. You know, it feels to me like Spirit saying there's something coming. There's someone coming. And your intuition, you need to trust your intuition instead of your mind. Because I think your mind has been kind of running rampant on you. And you're really going to need to lean into your intuition. Because if you do, you're going to feel, because this tender embrace is a feeling card. You're going to feel the truth in the matter. And honestly, if this is somebody who's lied to you in the past, they could even come forward and tell you why they lied. But there's a heavy need here to trust your intuition. Because I do see some kind of a romantic gesture, somebody that you care about or somebody that cares about you. And there's been a little bit of deception around this, and it could just be brain fog, not trusting your intuition, or it could be real. But either way, the way to solve this problem is to trust your intuition, so you can gain clarity about this. So let's see what your advice is. This is a blessing in disguise. Look at, I shuffled those guys. Be patient and have faith that your angels have this situation under control. What will come is far better than you dared to dream. And I do believe you've been telling yourself it would never happen. This person will never come forward. I will never date again. You know, I'm too old, or I'm too fat, too short, whatever. Or this is somebody that's told you lies and deception. And maybe intuitively you knew that. And something comes in the first 2 weeks of April that brings you clarity. And it might, I just really feel like you've been waiting for this, and I don't know why. But I feel like you've been sitting in some kind of a foggy place, not knowing if you could trust your own intuition when it comes to a certain person. And I think that in the first 2 weeks of April, you're being asked to be patient and wait for a message, because it's on its way. And when that message comes, it's going to bring you clarity, and it really is a blessing in disguise. And it could be far better than you ever imagined. So trust it, okay? All right, that's your advice, Cancer. We're going to move on to, oops, and I will give these a shuffle, but I am drawing from the deck instead of allowing Spirit to pull them. I'm using the law of attraction. So, all right, what's our timestamp? We are at 28:18. 28:18 for Leo. All right, Leo, what do we have for you? Oh, well, that one wanted to come out as soon as I can find it. Watch, guys, I'm going to bump the camera trying to get it. We'll take that one since it was so adamant. For Leo, please. For Leo, first 2 weeks of April. For Leo. For Leo, please. First 2 weeks of April for Leo. Wow, Leo, I don't know what you got going on, but we got the cards wanting to jump out of my hands. For Leo, please. All right, let's see what we've got. We've got the Queen of Cups, the mother, psychic, empathic, loyal, loving, obsessive, caring, family-oriented, and emotional. We have the Nine of Pentacles. We have seeing beyond. Look at that. Look at all that psychic intuition. We have mystery. Enter the unknown and dare to do things that scare you. We have disruption. It feels to me, possibly, now this could always be about self-worth, you know. But it feels to me I got a channel for you, okay? I feel like you might have been in some kind of a healing situation for a while now, whereby you had to reprogram your mind, right? Like we on this channel, I've been teaching the law of attraction, where you manifest with your thoughts, your beliefs, your emotions, your words, your actions, you know. And faith is the biggest key. But we are programmed. We're programmed by our ancestors, by the way our parents raised us, by the way our teachers taught us, by the TV, you know, God, anything, Teletubbies, you name it, Sesame Street. We've all been kind of programmed into certain belief systems. What I'm feeling for you, Leo, is that you're reprogramming your mind, your conscious mind. You're disrupting old thought patterns of, you know, being maybe over-nurturing, over-giving, kind of a people pleaser is what it feels like. And I think that you're beginning to see things from a very different point of view, and you're seeing your value, seeing your worth, and you're actually reprogramming your mind to see things differently, to see beyond the programming, beyond, you know, the external validation. You're beginning to make changes in your life by disrupting old patterns, old beliefs, old decisions, whatever. And because of that, you're freeing yourself. You're freeing yourself from limited belief systems, is what it feels like, from limitation. And you're so tapped in this month into your intuitiveness, you know. I mean, this feels, it feels like you're a bit out of your element, which is why mystery is here. Enter the unknown and dare to do things that scare you. This is kind of out of your element. It's more watery and earth, you know. Water and earth creates growth. And I think that's what you're doing. I think you're growing. And I think that you're learning that things that are disruptive are really kind of there to show you where change needs to happen. And so I feel like in the first couple of weeks here of spring, in April, you're going to be stepping out of your comfort zone and kind of reprogramming yourself to a new way of thinking, a new way of being, whereby you really know your worth. You could be starting a new business. It feels like a startup, right? I don't know why, but it feels like you're moving into unknown territory. And that's what Spirit wants you to do. And to anything that disrupts what you're creating, I think is centered around a belief system that your spirit guides are saying you need to disrupt those thoughts and see beyond the ego, because there's something beautiful here that you're trying to create. And limited belief systems is, and people pleasing, no more people pleasing. It feels to me like there's something you need to do with, without, or in spite of anybody else. And that's really outside of your comfort zone. And it's probably got you feeling a bit disrupted as well. But there's a need for you to reprogram limited beliefs and to lean into your intuition and to kind of free yourself from any codependency that you might have, you know, been taught. I keep hearing taught, programmed. So what's your advice? Your prayers are being answered. Your prayers are being received by the divine, and answers will come soon, although perhaps in forms you didn't expect. And I believe that the answers, the mystery, is going to be intuitive. It's going to come in a way that you're not expecting, which is funny because, like, there's an element of that with all of the zodiacs I've been doing so far. There's this element of an unexpected answer to a conundrum of some sort. It feels to me, Leo, like yours is coming in a way that's going to free you from limited belief systems about who you are and what you can achieve. Okay? All right, guys, that's your message. I'm going to move on now to, let me see, we're at 35:55 for Virgo. 35:55 for Virgo. All right, Spirit, for Virgo, first 2 weeks of April for Virgo, please. First 2 weeks. Oh, sorry. First 2 weeks of April for Virgo. All right, Spirit, for April, so first 2 weeks of April for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. All right, what have we got? So we have the Emperor, Virgo, the father, leader, boss, moneymaker, conqueror, head of household, decision maker, wise counsel, and I'm going to add divine masculine because I know a lot of you guys are on the same type of journey I am. Oh, and we have death. Great big love. Creativity. Let your imagination run wild and get creative. Think outside the box. Oh, and look at you have creativity twice. Creativity and creativity. And you guys saw me pull those. So it seems to me like you've experienced some kind of a transformation, change. Change is on the horizon. You're ending a cycle. And, you know, with the great big love and the Emperor, it feels to me like this is divine feminine, divine masculine energy. And so, it kind of feels to me, I'm channeling, guys, okay? You can take from these cards whatever you want. But with this creativity, let your imagination run wild, get creative, think outside the box. I think you're being asked to balance your masculine and feminine energy. And it feels like you're stronger in your masculine energy in the first 2 weeks than you are in your feminine. And Spirit's saying for you to lean into your heart space and your creative energy, which is feminine, in order to kind of transform and change a dynamic. This is the end of maybe stubbornness for you. I didn't do this for anybody else, but I'm going to because I need to know what this death, what's ending. What's ending? What's ending, Spirit, for Virgo in the first 2 weeks? What's this death card about for Virgo, please? Clear, concise messages for my Virgos. Thank you. Beyond illusion. Yeah, this is limited thoughts too. Bottom of the deck is consciousness. So this is all about you know, it's transformation. Look at the big old butterfly and the yoni here in the middle of the third eye. I really feel like this is, you know, you need to change. Something's changing for you. And I think that whatever's going on in your life in the first couple of weeks of April, I think you're being too sturgeon, too, what's the word, Spirit? Stubborn, too authoritative. And you need to soften your approach. You need to soften your approach and get creative. Because I'm seeing like a ram, right? Ramming forward, hitting its head. And it's funny because that's the sign for Aries. And that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing like where you're pushing too hard to make something happen. And that needs to transform. It needs to change, right? You need to... whatever this death experience is for you in April, there's an opportunity. I got the hiccup, sorry. There's an opportunity. And look, I'm noticing this Emperor holding this little ball right here. And then I'm seeing this yoni with the ball right in the center of it. It's like you need to soften your approach to something. There needs to be almost like an ego death is what it feels like, to soften your approach, to approach it from a more feminine, a balanced way, but a more feminine way. Great big love, creativity. Instead of trying to see everything your way, I think you're going to need to see things differently. And you're going to need to think outside of your normal energy. I feel like you're trying to force something to happen. And Spirit's saying, well, you know, we know you love this. We know that this is what you want. We know that you're fighting hard for it. But there needs to be an end to your approach. And you need to allow yourself to get creative and think outside of the box in order to solve this. Because forcing it, you know, what you resist persists is kind of what I'm getting. So what's your advice? Change is coming. I'm here to guide you through this exciting transformation. This is a time of joyous opportunities. I do believe also that when you can kind of balance out, because it feels to me, I'm just gonna channel, I guess. It feels to me like you've been kind of testing your wings on something. Up here I see wings, here I see wings, here I see butterflies. It's like you've been testing your wings on something and you're trying too hard. And so maybe you were heavily in distorted feminine energy and now you've moved into distorted masculine energy and you're just trying to create change in your life, but you're being too harsh, too stubborn, too set in a belief system. And there's transformation that needs to help around that. In order to change the outcome. And so whatever it is you're pushing really hard for, try to soften your approach and try to see things with love instead of ego. And I think that once you do that, change will happen because you'll get like a download or some kind. You've got to think outside of the box to problem solve. And this could be some area of your life where you're trying to be a leader also, but you need to lead creatively. You need to balance your masculine and feminine energy to create change in whatever aspect you're trying to create. Okay. And this is a good time, it says, of joyous opportunities, and whatever you're leaving behind, it's creating great change in your life, and to embrace that, right? Allow yourself to lead differently, to lead softer. All right. Moving on. It's funny, I don't have a lot to work with these cards, but I'm channeling, so let me know if they make sense. The sun glares in my eyes. We've got 4440. For Libra, 4440 for Libra. Okay, Spirit, please. Clear, concise messages for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and all cross watchers. What do they need to know in the first 2 weeks of April, whereby I can get their long reading out? For Libra in April, clear, concise, guided message for Libra. Libra. For Libra. All right, let's see what we got. Two of Swords. Big decision, huh? Indecision, strategizing, choice, yes or no options, confusion, avoidance. And we have the Fool. I like that. It is what it is. Acceptance. All right. All right. Fulfillment. Whatever you're dreaming of, there will be fulfillment. You are being blessed. Abundance. Wow, guys. Oh, I'm not doing that one yet. Let me just channel this real quick, then I'll get to your advice. So it looks to me like you've got a brand new opportunity here. And this is a big cup. You know, this reminds me of the Ace of Cups, so it could be in romance. But whatever it is, you've got two options, you know, left, right, up, down, in, out, yes, no. And it's big. It's big. It's bringing you a brand new cycle, a brand new opportunity. But in order to move forward, you're going to have to accept that you have to leave something behind, is what it feels like. It feels like there's something that has to be, there's a choice. You're at a crossroads. And you could stay where you are or take a different route. But it feels to me like there's a door of opportunity here. It says whatever you're dreaming of, there will be fulfillment. You're being blessed. There's a door of opportunity. But in order to walk through that door, which, by the way, is leading you to abundance, you're going to have to decide to leave something behind. Now, that could be a person, that could be a place, that could be a thing, okay? But whatever it is, there's acceptance here that something can't go with you. Something or someone can't go with you. So it is what it is, acceptance. And it's time, you know, I use this phrase a lot, get in the damn boat. Tuck in your arms and legs and allow Spirit to take you where you're supposed to be, because it's beautiful and you're resisting. You're not making the choice to do it, probably because of fear or confusion or maybe just avoidance, because I feel like there's something you're clinging to. It could be someone. It could be a job. It could be someplace that you're emotionally invested, but you've known for a while now that it's done. It's over. Doesn't mean it can't cycle back around again. We never know, right? But we are approaching eclipse season. And so whatever you're having to decide, I would say that this decision needs to be made to move forward, not backward. Whatever, you know, because you know, when you know, you know. Get in the boat. Time to take a leap of faith. Accept that it is what it is. Whatever is being taken from you, it's not meant to be with you on this part of your journey. Okay? You can resist, but what you resist will persist. And this looks beautiful. It looks like there's something much better waiting for you, and you kind of know it. I think you're just scared. You're scared to take a leap of faith. You know, you're afraid of failure, afraid of losing someone or losing something. Maybe repeating an old pattern. Because anytime you're at the zero again, there's always that fear of, did I learn what I needed to learn in the last cycle of my life? Because a new chapter is opening. And so it feels to me like you need to walk through the door. and accept that it is what it is, and whatever is not meant to go with you, you're going to need to leave behind. And it's a free will choice. If you don't, then you'll probably repeat your old cycle again. And you know, you always get the opportunity to learn those lessons and cycle back around. But the opportunity is here right now for fulfillment for you, emotional and financial by the looks of it. But in order to do so, something has to be left behind. So your advice is put your creative energy into action. Archangel Gabriel joins me to spark your creativity, help you communicate your vision, and motivate you to create something beautiful. So don't let fear stand in your way or procrastination. Just take a leap of faith. Accept that whatever didn't get chosen, it's necessary. You can't take it with you, is what I'm hearing. Okay? And Archangel Michael's calling in Gabriel to join in to kind of help you see that. So those are the two angels I would consult with on this choice and then move forward. Okay, Libra? Moving on. Well, let me put these back before I write down a timestamp. All right. Now we are at 5132. 5132 for Scorpio. All right, Spirit. First 2 weeks of April for Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, all cross watchers for the zodiac sign of Scorpio. What do we need to know for Scorpio in the first 2 weeks of April? Clear, concise messages. For Scorpio, first 2 weeks of April for Scorpio. For Scorpio. Okay, so Scorpio, you have the Eight of Swords, overthinking, mental prison, fixation, fear, anxiety, silence, alone, hands are tied, mental chaos. Oh, and the Tower. What is going on, Scorpio? We have a tall tale. We have gateway. The pain of your past can become the gateway that leads to new beginnings. And magic. Okay. So, because it's a general reading, I really have no idea what this Tower is. So I will clarify that for you. Tell me about the Tower. Why is the Tower here for Scorpio? The first 2 weeks of April, clear, concise messages. So we have the Queen of Cups with the Ten of Swords. 10 of Wands under the deck. So something's crumbling. Something, you're trying to understand why is what's going on. You're not, there could be some deception, some lies. There could be a belief system that you've been feeding that's no longer there. It feels like fear, like you're telling yourself this big long story of fear. And the Eight of Swords kind of is giving me that Two of Swords energy where you're stuck in some kind of a decision. Because something is, again, we're approaching eclipse season. It looks like, you know, there's divine intervention. Somebody built a tower that wasn't foundationally strong, and it's coming down. It's ending. I mean, we got 2 tens, 10 of Wands, 10 of Swords. It's painful. It could be around lies and deception, or it could be around a belief system that's not serving you. But there's confusion. I feel it. There's confusion and overthinking and telling yourself, you know, every worst case scenario. And really, Spirit's saying that, you know, although this is painful, it just feels to me like there's something very magical coming your way. But in order to receive it or to create it, you really have to believe in it. And I think it's hard for you to believe in it because you've had things happen in your past that were painful endings. And so I just feel like you need to, again, it feels like the messages are very similar. You're at the end of a cycle. You have 2 10s and a tower. Something's coming down. And in order to understand the truth of it, there's some healing there's some grieving, it feels like, that needs to happen, and healing from that past wound in order for you to kind of get out of this stuck energy and see things differently, in order to, because it says a new beginning that's magical. The pain of your past can become the gateway that leads to new beginnings. Magic. So whatever this painful tower moment is, or was, because it could be the past, may not even be happening in April, I think it's limiting it's limiting you. It's a limited belief. That really, you've got to quit telling the story, is what it feels like, a tall tale. You know, when we tell a story over and over again, like my whole life came crumbling down when my ex-husband cheated on me. And I don't know if I can ever trust another man or woman or whatever again, because they're, you know, blanket statements like they're all cheaters, they're all liars, they're all this or whatever. This is just an example. I'm not saying I see that. I'm just saying that's an example of how we can have limited beliefs around a trauma that we never fully grieved and released. And so whatever story you keep telling, you're creating validation for it. And Spirit's saying that there's an opportunity here to magically create something from it that serves you instead of from it that limits you. And so there's healing that you need to do around a belief system or a story that you have owned. You know, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. And, you know, there are other ways you could tell the story, a more magical way. And when you start changing the way you see and experience your story and tell it, magic can occur. So your advice is let it go. Yeah, let it go. This situation no longer serves you. Allow me to sever your energetic connections to the past so you can embrace your future. Yeah, there's shadow work that needs to be done here around a very painful ending, something that you didn't see coming, something that rocked your world, and something that left you confused. And Spirit's really trying to show up for you and help you to see that it might have been a blessing in disguise. What's not meant for you should always leave you, and should leave you better than it found you, but it doesn't always feel that way. But try to find the blessing in it so that you can heal it and move on. All right. Sorry, guys. That was a tough one. So we are moving on to Sagittarius, 5910. All right. For Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and all cross watchers. Oh, yours flipped, so we'll take it. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and all cross watchers. I'm just going to turn them over. What the heck? Save a little time. For Sagittarius, please. First 2 weeks of April. for the zodiac sign of Sagittarius. Oh, look at you. Queen of Swords and Warrior. So much here that is so similar. Sometimes I think I could do a collective reading and everybody would get something from it, rather than spend hours and hours and hours recording time. All right, Queen of Swords, Six of Wands, the power of purpose, Warrior, go hunt your dream. Victory is yours if you're willing to pay the price. And Fear. So right off the bat, okay, we have the Queen of Swords. I don't like the keywords that the creator of this deck uses. I think it's more of the shadow attribute. Because it says cold, ice queen, ruthless, cutthroat, low tolerance. There are three keywords that are more in the light attribute of truthful, decisive, logical. But what I feel is, you know, I mean, you're a warrior, right? You're bossing up. You're taking the bull by the horns. You're determined to succeed. You've got a purpose. And Spirit's saying, you know, don't let fear hold you back. Go and hunt your dream. Victory is yours if you're willing to pay the price. So the price here is overcoming this fear is what it feels like. There's success, but you're the creator of it. You need to be decisive and logical, and you need to fight for it. You need to speak your truth. You need to step into that Queen of Swords energy of, you know, I know what I want, and I'm not going to accept anything less. The power of purpose. Set your intentions, and you will have victory. The only thing standing in your way is fear, and fear is false evidence appearing real. So victory is yours if you're willing to powerfully pay the price, whatever that price is. And I think the price is conquering your fears and overcoming doubts, because you have a purpose, and it's time for you to really kind of go for it. Just, you know, take the bull by the horns and just go for it. You know, the Six of Wands is a victory, but it's also being recognized for the hard work, for the war that was fought, right? This is the sun god Apollo returning from war, a victor. And in order to become the victor, Apollo had to overcome his fears. He had to find strength and courage. And so you have the power within you to pursue this purpose. But you're going to have to be the warrior. And it feels like the war that you have to battle is finding courage and overcoming fear, which I think you can do. So let's get you your advice. We have open your heart. No one is perfect. Stop judging yourself and others and let love heal this situation. You know, the Queen of Swords can be a little cutthroat, a little ruthless. If you're judging yourself harshly, or if you're judging other people harshly, Spirit's saying that's not the best way forward. That's not the war you're trying to fight. You're not competing with others. You're competing with yourself. You should only ever be competing with the past version of yourself. You should never be really feeling like you're competing with others. There's plenty of soul contracts and purpose for everyone. And so maybe you do need to take a little softer approach. If you're being judgmental, if you're kind of going at this cutthroat, you could balance it out and let love in. And love, by the way, is the opposite of fear, right? So yeah, I'd say your advice is, you know, to go for what you want, overcome your fears, and try not to hurt other people doing it. Do it in love and understand that everybody has a purpose and everybody's got soul contracts and yours isn't any more important than anybody else's. Go for what's yours and don't worry about the competition. Cream rises to the top. So you don't always have to be a warrior. That might be your problem. You might be actually feeling like you have to pay some kind of price in order to have this victory or this recognition. But Spirit's kind of saying, you know, cream rises to the top. Quit judging yourself and others and just allow your heart to open, and you will automatically flow into what was always meant to be yours anyways. Okay? Courage is self-mastery, not mastering other. It's about mastering self. All right, I hope you got something from that, because it feels to me like Spirit wants you to take a softer approach, but still be in the Queen of Swords energy of being a go-getter, just not go-getting it by stepping on everybody else to get there. All right, we are moving on to Capricorn, which is 106.15. 106.15. All right, moving on to Capricorn. First 2 weeks of April, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and all cross watchers. What do they need to know, Spirit, in all aspects of their life? Oh, okay. I didn't want to take poppers, but since Spirit insisted, I will. For Capricorn. For Capricorn. Capricorn. Wow. All right, so this is pretty straightforward. We have the moon in Cancer with the Four of Cups. Boredom, unhappiness, jealousy, comparison, not getting what you want, imaginary conflict. And then you got the Ten of Wands with the Eight of Cups. We have the Oracle's gift. We have rejection can be a blessing in disguise, meant to keep you on the right path and cleanse. So it totally feels to me like you need to trust your intuition about something that is very heavy for you. You're not happy there. It feels like a burden. It's weighing you down. Emotionally, Spirit's saying, trust your intuition. You know that you should leave this behind. And you need to also recognize that rejection can be a blessing in disguise, meant to keep you on the right path. So rejection could mean that maybe this isn't you. Maybe this is someone else. Maybe you, maybe someone else is or was unhappy or bored or discontent. And maybe they rejected you. Maybe it felt too heavy for them. But the Oracle's gift, look at this, is beautiful. This is knowing. This is seeing the all, you know, this is about intuition. An oracle is a divinator. And so the Oracle's gift, which could be me, it may not be you, but it's actually Spirit telling you that this is a cleansing. This is meant to leave your life. This is meant to emotionally set you on your path, which I believe is hurtful. It hurts you. It feels heavy, needing to accept the message, right? Whether it's me giving you the message, the Oracle's gift is that rejection is God's greatest protection, and it wasn't meant for you anyways. So something or someone could be leaving your life, or you could be leaving something or someone behind It's no longer in alignment with your path, your right path. And so it's a cleansing, it's a culling, you know, it's separation. But it's meant to happen to put you on the path of your soul's journey. So it feels sad, it feels heavy, it feels like rejection. And if this is you doing it to someone else, you know, I'm going to use relationships for an example. I don't know what this is because it's a collective reading and it's a general reading. But there seems to be emotions here. We've got water here, cleansing tears, cleansing waters. We've got the Eight of Cups, and we've got this Oracle's Gift, which is all about emotions and intuition, feminine energy. So let's just say you were in a marriage or a long-term relationship, and it really stagnated. It wasn't bringing fulfillment to either partner. And one of you sees how heavy and burdensome it's become and decides to emotionally leave it behind. Thereby, one person in the scenario experiences rejection. This could be you. This could be you rejecting someone else. But the gift of this is that it's cleansing your soul's purpose. What's not meant for you should always leave you, and you should honor the leaving. And what is for you will always show up. So again, rejection is God's greatest protection. It can be a blessing in disguise, meant to keep you on the right path. And Spirit's cleansing it out of your life, or, you know, you're leaving. I don't know if you're doing the leaving or if someone's leaving you. And it doesn't have to be a person, although it feels that way. It could be a job, right? It could be that you've been working the same job for 20 years. You hate it. It's so hard. It's so burdensome. It doesn't bring you joy. And then one day you just get a pink slip and you're like, what? What do you mean? Well, the rejection was there because you knew intuitively that it wasn't for you and you stayed for too long, or they did. And we got 37, which is another 10. All right, what is your advice? Your prayers are being answered. Your prayers are being received by the divine. Answers will come soon, although perhaps in forms you didn't expect. I think what you don't expect is the emotional leaving. Whether it's you having to leave or someone else, I don't think it's what you wanted, and I don't think it's going to be easy. It's going to be hard. It's going to feel heavy. But it is what Spirit says needs to happen. So I will be praying for you, but know that what is meant for you will always find you. Okay? Moving on to Aquarius. We are at, oh my God, 113.25. All right. For Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and all cross watchers for the first 2 weeks. Ooh. All right, Spirit's like, I think we'll just help you out, Tracy, for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and all cross watchers. Look at you, Aquarius, showing up in your own reading. First 2 weeks, please. What do they need to know? What do Aquarians need to know? First 2 weeks of April. First 2 weeks of April. All right. All right, what have we got? Let's turn these ones over to... okay. All right. So we have the star. Hope, healing, inspiration, wishes, renewed spirituality, individuality, creative thinking. And, you know, a lot of times I think of the star as somebody who is very gifted and talented. We have the King of Swords, which is your energy, Aquarius. We have bearing fruit. It's a 12, breaks down to 3. 3s are manifestation numbers. We have answer. Answer the call when opportunity rings. Take a leap of faith. And mystery. So what I'm seeing for you is that something that you've invested in, something you've been praying for, some wish fulfillment, something you've been wanting is finally bearing fruit. But I think it's happening unexpectedly or mysteriously. I do believe that you're going to get a message, or, you know, it could be a spiritual call, but there's going to be a message, a phone call, a heart soul calling, right? A calling. But look at all the purple. So I don't think you're going to see this coming. I think it's, you know, the mystery is that it comes in unexpected. And I think it's something you've been manifesting, something you've been wishing for, something you've been, you know, making choices, taking decisive action toward. And it's really going to grow roots. It's really going to flourish. It's really going to become something. But you have to answer the call. Because this King of Swords, although it is your energy, and the star is as well, it could be you or it could be somebody else, but there's going to be an opportunity whereby a decision will have to be made toward a hope or a dream or a wish. And when it comes through, you need to act on it. You need to act on it, even if there's confusion around it. It feels to me like it surprises you. It's like, oh my God, I remember planting this seed. I remember wishing for this, praying for this. I remember putting the effort in, but I didn't see any fruits of my labor. I didn't see any sprouts. I didn't see it coming. But now it's here, and I need to act on it. I need to act on it. Answer the call. When this opportunity to bear fruit happens, you're going to have to take a leap of faith, and you're going to have to trust. You're going to have to lean into your faith, into your hope, because it's totally meant for you. I mean, it's bearing fruit. It's growing roots. It's manifesting into the physical, even though I don't know that you expected it to. I think there was a feeling of doubt. And yet, amongst all that doubt was faith and hope. And that's why it's growing. So answer the call. We have your vibration is rising. This is a time of great spiritual growth for you. You are evolving to occupy a higher energetic frequency. This could be all about your own journey, right? Healing journey. Healing, the star. This is about raising your frequency, raising your vibration, evolving to occupy a higher energetic frequency, bearing fruit, figuring out things. Look at all the purples. I mean, there's a lot of cerebral energy here, and like the higher self. So something's coming in for you. I think it might come in spiritually. And it's because you've healed something, you've learned something, you've raised your frequency and your vibration. And because of that, something is bearing fruit, and you're going to need to act on it. So spiritually, I think you're leveling up big time. Universal alignment, right? And in that space, an opportunity comes in because I think you've cleared away some doubts or some disbelief or something. I don't know. It's like I'm feeling the masculine energy of decisive action is needed in your spiritual awakening. The things you say, the things you think, it's like really knowing what is right and raising your frequency to meet it where it's at. I keep hearing alignment. These two things are in alignment. All right, so take that for what it is, guys. It's going to be different for each of you. Apply it in your own situation. I'm going to move on now to Pisces, and we're going to call it a day. Now, I want to just, well, I'll say it on the outro. So for Pisces, we are at... This is so hard because the sun makes everything look green. So 1:20:55. 1:20:55. All right, Pisces. Let's see what we've got for you for the first 2 weeks of April. What do we need to know for Pisces? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and all cross watchers. First 2 weeks of April. A lot going on the first 2 weeks of April up in that sky, guys. Got a full moon coming. We've got Mercury retrograde coming. Well, at least the shadow, foreshadow, whatever you call it, pre-shadow. We've got eclipses. Stop. For Pisces, please clear, concise messages and guidance for my Pisces viewers and cross watchers. First 2 weeks of April. All right. We have the Nine of Wands, distance, needing space, tired, guarded, persistent, setbacks, final push. Oh, we have, oh, look at that. Death and rebirth. So, yeah, birthing pains, right? Birds of a feather flock together. Things that make you go, 25 breaks down to a 7. We have mystery again. Scorpio energy. Enter the unknown and dare to do things that scare you. We have frustration. Look at this. A square peg in a round hole and birds of a feather that flock together. Pisces, I think that you've stayed someplace that you know you should have left a long time ago. Now, this could be in a relationship. It could be at a job. It could be in a family dynamic. Maybe it's time to move. Maybe it's a belief system. But whatever it is, it's like you're clinging to a dead carcass. And you don't belong there. You don't belong there. Your tribe is somewhere else. You're a square peg in a round hole. And there's a definite need for you in the first 2 weeks of February, April. I don't know why I keep saying February. Time warp. I think you're afraid to let it go. I think you're afraid to move beyond it. I think that you've never really fit in there. You've never felt like you fit in there because these two cards are both red. We've got the blues and the pinks and the yellows here. I think that where you thought you belonged, you never really felt like you did. And there's a need for you to let go of something or someone or some situation. And because you're frustrated, you're tired of being there. It's exhausting you. It's meant to end. You're at the end of a cycle, the death, right? It's supposed to end. Because it wasn't for you. You tried to make it work and all you did was become frustrated. And there's something for you that you will never find until you recognize that, you don't belong where you're at. And where you do belong, you're going to fit in perfectly. You're not going to feel this frustration of being a square peg in a round hole. You're going to feel like you belong, like you're with family. It's time to let go of what no longer feels right for you and to overcome any fears you have about an uncertain future. Because, you know, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, but expecting a different outcome. And I can feel your frustration. And Spirit's like, it's time to let it go. It's time to move beyond it. There's something better for you. But you need to take action of some sort. You got to push through that last bit, you know. You got to get to the ending. And then something much better is mysteriously going to show up for you. But I do feel your resistance, and your fear and your frustration. But I think you've known for a long time that it's not meant for you. I see beautiful, beautiful new relationships and friendships and jobs and just places where you're going to feel so much more in alignment than where you are right now. And so it's time. It's time for you to enter into the unknown and dare to do the things that scare you and let go of whatever is asking to be released because, you know, it wasn't for you. There's something much better. What's your advice? Welcome abundance into your life. Prosperity is on its way to you. Have faith that Source will heal your financial challenges. You know, this could be about a job that you're just not happy in. It's not fulfilling you. It's not bringing you the money that you need. You don't, you know, maybe you took the job. I don't know. It doesn't have to be a job. This could be self-worth. You know, because when you don't love yourself, when you don't see your own value, the universe will always pay you exactly what you believe you're worth. And if you have any limited beliefs around abundance or financial stability or security, if you're staying in a marriage or a relationship or a job or a belief system that doesn't serve you because you don't feel like you can ever do better, Spirit's calling you out on your bullshit. It's not true. Okay? Something much better for you is right on the horizon, and it's on its way to you. But in order to have it, you're going to have faith that what is meant for you is coming, right? Enter into the unknown. Sometimes you have to do something different to get a different outcome. And wherever you are, you just aren't happy. And happiness, when you feel joy and happiness in your life, that's a sure sign that you are on the right path. The moment everything becomes heavy and burdensome and frustrating, that's a sure sign that you need to change. Something needs to change. And so Spirit is here trying to create change. But it feels like a free will thing. Like you have to own it. You have to claim it. You have to move beyond a limited belief that you can't have it or that you're not worthy of it. Because you've got tribe, you've got family, you've got relationships, you've got friends, you've got a place that you belong. And you're not in it. You're not there. All right, I love you guys. And listen, I am still going to be working on the extended zodiacs, okay? I've got 3 or 4 done, I think. 3 or 4 done. And I will continue working on them. I will have them up by the middle of the month. I wanted to get back to uploading on the 1st of the month. But seriously, I mean, my dad's girlfriend was in the hospital. Then she got out. Then he went in. Then he got out. And he went back in for something totally different. First time it was internal bleeding. Second time it was congestive heart failure. Now my uncle, my mom's brother, is in the hospital. He's in his 80s. He's had a series of strokes. I've got a psychic event expo coming up this week and next week, and it's just crazy around here. So I am so very, very sorry, but I do hope that you will stick around and give me a little bit of a break, because I love you guys and I'm so grateful for you, and I will get it done. And I'm doing the best I can. So I love you. I will see you soon. Namaste.